Hi everybody, it's Andre with JVM Lending. If you're watching this video, you might have questions about how to leverage your existing home's value and equity that you've built up in that home and use that to purchase a brand new property, a brand new home. So this is a really common thing that comes up, and most of the times people that are moving up or buying that bigger home are using the equity in their property. So you're not alone. This is a really common scenario that we work with very often. So what is equity? Equity is the difference between the market value of your home, what you could sell it for today, and what you owe, what your current loan balance is. So just using some round examples, if you have a $500,000 home, a home worth $500,000, and you still owe $300,000 on that mortgage, your equity is $200,000. It's a difference between the $300K mortgage and the $500K value. So how do we use some of that $200,000 to help you purchase? Well, the number one way you can do that is leveraging a second loan. So getting a short-term loan that would tap into that value so you can roll that over as a down payment for your new property. We have some really fast and really affordable options that you would only be keeping for a few months until you sold your old property to make that even more affordable. If you don't want to borrow more, totally get it. Another strategy that you could do is tap into some existing savings or even your retirement and 401k to use that to access down payment on the new home. So the reason I bring those up, especially retirement and 401k, a lot of people are apprehensive about touching that, and I would be as well. But there are some tools that are put in place by the IRS to let you access some of your 401k value without selling any of the things that you're holding and without getting the tax penalty. The number one tool for that is called a 401k loan. You're able to borrow from yourself and then pay yourself back over time, or you can pay yourself back immediately. That's a really popular strategy because the interest rate that you're paying goes to you, it doesn't go to the bank. So something to consider if you have some money tucked away in retirement account that you thought I can't actually touch, might be a way to do it. So the strategy being, let me borrow from myself, use that as the down payment on the new home, and then when my old home sells, I can pay myself, pay that all back. Lastly, we have a few different strategies for solving the debt problem. So we talked a little bit about borrowing money either from your property, borrowing money from yourself to make as a down payment on that new home that you're considering. But the other side of the equation that we have to look at for underwriting is the monthly payments. So if you still own your current property and you're buying a new property, then we have two mortgages that we have to account for on the loan application. So what can we do about that? Well, if your plan isn't to actually sell that existing property and you want to rent it out, that's wonderful news because we can actually use 75% of the rent that you'll earn on your existing home and use that as income for your new home. So that way we're kind of erasing or offsetting some of the mortgage that you have. So you just need to qualify for that new property. The second strategy is using a program we have called Easy Path. Easy Path is essentially a contract that we get from an investor. So we work with these investors who purchase homes on really quick turnaround times. So you get one of these contracts from the investor to purchase your existing property. And once that's in place, we can basically ignore all of the monthly payments associated with that current home. So this is basically like a giant eraser that we can take to the loan application and say, okay, well, you still have that property, you're looking to qualify for the new one, but because we have this contract associated with the old property, we can completely exclude it from your loan application, so you only have to qualify for one monthly payment. So that's a really popular strategy as well because you only have to move once, you don't have to find a renter, etc., and some people just don't want the hassle of being a landlord anyway. So strategies to consider, these are things that we like to look at. But yeah, if you're noticing that equity number in your current property build up and you're thinking, hey, maybe I can get into that next school district or into that slightly bigger home for more elbow room for me and my family, let's talk through some of these strategies. We've loved to help people with that move up and purchasing their next home. So I hope all of this can just say we have options for you and we will help you find the right fit. Okay, have a good one and we'll talk soon.